Welcome Lifter to a free lesson on how to make living lean easier, made for you, by the Recreational Lifters. In this lesson we dive into how to fuel the type of training that helps us burn fat fast. With this information you will be able to get lean faster and stay lean longer. Before we start, we ask to show us some support by liking and subscribing now. Thank you. So how do we fuel our bodies to radically transform our physiques with this program? First I want to open up two ideas for you to know about. The first is what happens when we work out. The second is why we need to refuel a certain way. Then we get into how we refuel that certain way. What you need to know is that when we perform a large volume of work, of many repetitions with short rest, we create oxidative stress in the body. This is not a bad thing in and of itself when we are eating appropriately for it. Practically, this means to eat lots of nutrient-dense foods that have lots of micronutrients and antioxidants to help clear out the oxidative stress. Micronutrients and antioxidants are what the body needs to flush out oxidative stress, repair the body and prepare to work again in the future. It's in this way that we are improving our stress resiliency on a physical/biochemical level. This is what allows us to feel more energized when we are consistently working out. Things like blueberries and fruit, nuts and dairy and meat are packed full of these resources to clear stress. Now, it's important to eat these daily, but we recommend you don't rush to replenish immediately after training. Your first priority is cooling down. If you are eating them daily you will have plenty to work with, so no rush to swallow post-workout nutrition immediately after training. Post-workout snacks/meals should have at least 30 grams of protein and 30 grams of carbs and be relatively low fat, as more won't necessarily help us with fat loss. A couple pieces of fruit and a scoop of protein powder is quick, cheap and effective at getting the right nutrient balance while on the go. Eating nutrient-dense foods will naturally replace empty/filler foods like bread and pasta, making it easier to eat less junk. Later on we'll talk about what foods exactly we want to prioritize, but right now let's figure out macronutrient composition. Starting with protein. Simply, we want 1 gram per centimeter in height. This will cover all our recovery needs plus help keep us satiated and avoid binge snacking on junk. Next we look at fat because like protein it is essential. Simply put, we need 0.4 grams per lean pound of body weight to maintain hormonal function. That's about 50 to 70 grams for someone who is 150 to 200 pounds with 20% body fat. This is very easy to get with a balanced diet, so we don't recommend really tracking it. Instead, focus on calories left after protein is accounted. Understanding body fat percentage is key here, but we've linked a calorie tool below to help you guesstimate your macros. In terms of carbohydrates, again, very simple. Whatever calories are left over from protein to be split with carbohydrate intake is fine when you are getting at least 4 grams per pound of lean body mass. Just because I know someone is thinking it, let's look at answering the question of, when should I eat and does it matter when I eat carbs? Therese 2 rules for carbs I like to go by. 1. Always have protein in your meals/snacks. 2. Carbs are gas, and there is no point adding gas to a full tank. The only condition to these two simple and effective rules is if your morning is going to be intense. Remember, intense activity is fueled by carbs, so having a 30 to 50 grams of carbs with breakfast make morning activity feel less taxing. But if you are not physically active because, say, you're a desk worker, then you might be fine with a higher fat breakfast to fuel the low intensity desk work. That should be enough info for y'all at this step of the fitness journey. I promise you these rules will continue to apply regardless how advanced you take it, so it's worth understanding now. Keep your tank replenished with new gas to fuel new activity and invest energy in the type of activities that return the results you want to see. Fuel timing wise, it's best to fill up the day before a big day. Come morning, you won't have time to make use of the calories you eat unless you are active with moderate to intense activity throughout the morning or afternoon. The time it takes for us to digest and metabolize food isn't instant. Supplements are faster than food, but generally we like to think in terms of fueling up before activity, not just after. The right exercise routine for fat loss is simple. That's why we made the Simple Fat Loss program for you to get simple and smooth progress. Using the calorie tool you will find a rough estimate for how many calories you burn a day based on your activity level and size. From here we look to eat only 300-500 calories less than that total calorie number found with the tool. This will keep us on track to lose roughly 3 pounds minus 5 pounds of fat every month. Nutrition for fat loss does not need to be more complicated than that. Using other tools like calorie trackers are the best way to make sure you're eating the right amount of calories. It will also confirm how many calories you need to lose weight. If you find that for 2 consecutive weeks at 2,600 calories you are not losing weight, or just barely are, you will want to lower calories again by 100 per day to create the necessary calorie deficit that triggers fat loss. When starting with the number from the calorie tool, you will be able to go week by week dropping the calories by 100, until you start to average 1 pound less every week. This strategy, when paired with the mirror, will tell you if you're eating the right amount to get leaner. Sometimes the scale won't go down for people who are also building muscle. In this case, seeing no weight change but clear visible changes from the mirror means you are eating enough calories. It's only when both the scale and mirror stall do you really need to further drop calories on this program. Doing both weight training and cardio training as planned for you is enough activity to lose weight as fast as possible in a healthy way. Start with the macro calculator and follow the routine in the description to begin refining your own aesthetic and build your own Rome. It's time to add new information and build new habits. Make sure you join the RL Simple Fat Loss Challenge and ask for assistance in the RL community support channels. Take on the free challenge in the description and join the group of recreational lifters evolving together. We have all the resources and support you need to win. We'll see you inside the RLC chats, lifter. Bye.